Hey guys, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. For anybody new tuning in, my name is Gabriella. Welcome to the channel. The first card that we have out is the Empress. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. Very Venus. I'm also looking at Strength. To have Venus and to have Leo here, this feels like, you know, Leo is like a lot about yourself because it's connected with the sun. It's about yourself. It's about your identity. It's about your ego. It's about like what you're doing for you. It's all about you. That's what Leo energy is about. And it's all about, it's also about creativity and about like how you want to treat yourself and what you want to do for yourself and your standards. And again, like coming back to this center of like you and what you're about and your personality. To have Venus here, there can be something that you're doing, and also the Queen of Pentacles, there can be something that you're doing within your personal life where you're like, I want to take care of myself in this way. I want to do this for myself. I want to be around that. I want to be around this. And I want to create this. Or like I want to make the house look like this, because Venus is like the things that you find beautiful, whether it be what you're applying to yourself, like your makeup or your skincare or like any type of self-care, your sleep hygiene. It can be what you're wearing, it can be how you're presenting yourself, it can be who you're connecting with and who you're associated with, and it can also be about the art that you create, like any form of self-expression too. I get that vibe of you like wanting to do something for yourself that feels good when you're doing it. Having the Strength card here, like there may be something that you need, there may be something that you need to do for yourself that isn't the easiest thing, but you need to like think of yourself here. We're seeing the Six of Pentacles wanting to come out. This can be a particular standard that you have, that maybe it's time to apply this now. I'm also hearing what you think of yourself. Yeah, I get this vibe again, doing something for you. Once you get on board with this, I'm seeing it happen quite quickly. I'm seeing you progress quite quickly. It seemed like it was just about maybe committing to be in this space. Oh, Leo and Venus together, because these are the two major arcanas that we're seeing here. It can be about what you're presenting to other people as well, like how you're showing up and how other people are perceiving you and like what you have to share, what you have to give. It's like I made this project for the class and like going up in front of the classroom and like showing everybody what you made, like that kind of energy. When you get on board with this, when you are willing to do this, I'm seeing you progress very quickly into a space that makes like absolute sense to you. Like no doubt, just full clarity. And it seems like you reach an understanding at that point as well. Something before may have eluded you, but I'm not seeing that be the case anymore. And I'm getting this be on a very, like, energetic or astral level. Like something between the lines even. I'm also hearing there's no more hesitation. I feel like before you could have been getting advice from your higher self and like maybe you weren't ready to do something or you weren't ready to listen or you just like weren't there yet. But then I'm seeing with the Strength card, I'm seeing you get there and then I'm seeing you very quickly move into like this space with yourself that makes so much sense where you're like, oh, like I get like why I was getting this message the whole time. Like why I kept feeling guided to move in this direction, like where that was coming from and how that's connected now that I'm seeing everything. It's something like that. This is a very, very powerful energy with the Empress and the High Priestess. This shows you being like plugged in and connected to things way far and beyond just physically what's in front of you. Like you're tapped into something else here. I'm seeing a rabbit. I feel too like this was a knowing that you kind of had but maybe weren't ready to realize before, that then you got to a point where you're like, no, I'm ready, and then I'm seeing it happen then and there in that moment. Like something is just like crystal clear for you as far as this deeper knowing that you have and that you have had, which helps you help yourself. Yeah, I'm seeing you be so connected with your higher self here. Like, this feels like a game changer for you and maybe how you had been doing things before. Like, you have this resource now. I'm getting certain things in your personal life, you'd be slow to make certain changes. But once you do, I'm seeing you kind of stick with those things. I'm getting definitely a focus on this Queen of Pentacles here. And I'm also seeing the Page of Pentacles, and this feels like maybe needing to do some challenging things for yourself within your personal life and what that looks like, and also what you're rearranging to. I don't know like what exactly this challenge specifically is for each of you, and like it may be different because you know different things are challenges for some and not for others, and then for others and not for some, you know, all of that. But I feel like where you're getting your guidance from because of that and because of how you're connecting with your higher self, it's sort of changing how you're doing things, and I'm seeing it greatly benefit you. This thing that you're tapped into here. I keep seeing things that look like lightning or strains of electricity. Yeah. This is about doing what makes you happy. Unabashedly. Unapologetically. Before too, you know, sometimes we have that battle between what our ego is telling us and then what our higher self is telling us. And sometimes with the higher self, it's like, oh, do I really have to listen to that? It's going to be so hard to do that. Then I'm going to be so uncomfortable. I have to change this. And what are people going to say? Or like, that's just going to be so strenuous for me. You know, we have all of these excuses why we don't follow it. But then when you do end up listening to your intuition and to your higher self, you end up doing those things and you're like, wow, I'm so glad that I did this. Like, I really did end up being so much happier within this, even though it was very uncomfortable for a time, or that was very challenging for me, or I had to learn all this new stuff or figure this out. But I'm seeing your joy is carrying you here to new heights. This is also about honoring your nature as well. And it's about patience and resilience. Some of you are having a clarifying discussion with somebody. Could be speaking out about something. High Priestess and the Empress are very feminine energies, which all of us have, masculine and feminine. We don't just have either or. But in tapping into this energy of the Empress and the High Priestess, this is you tapping into your knowing and your self-trust and sort of like your nature in general. And you digging in and deciding to do something, or things even, that feel like they're worth it to you, things that you want to be doing. Looking at the Queen of Pentacles, there's a focus on things within, like all within your personal life. It can have to do with like your resources, with your possessions, with your friends, with your home, with your relationships, all the stuff that touches your personal or your private life. And I feel like you're just on your own wave right now with what you're doing. The deal with the Queen of Pentacles is you tapping into an energy where even though something may not happen immediately, you're like down to put the work in. That's what the feminine earth energy is about. It's like it may be a bit slow moving and you may not make progress like super rapidly, but it's about getting to a spot where you're like committing to what you're doing, and then you're going to reap the benefit of those things. And it's about like making the choice to go after what brings you happiness, or to like ride that wave. Because having strength and having the 10 of Cups, you may know something that brings you joy within your life, but for some reason like weren't allowing that to happen, or you weren't going in that direction, or you were doing something else instead. And now I'm seeing you move into a place where it feels very clear to you that that's what you're going to be doing. And some of you, yeah, I'm seeing somebody involved that you're going to be having a conversation maybe about this with. I don't know how exactly they tie into this, but I'm hearing buddy, but I am seeing what looks like you discussing something with someone over here. Maybe letting them know something. I'm looking at Venus, Moon, and Leo. We're going to label this as a Leo reading for all Leo placements. you could have had an inkling that you wanted to go in a direction, but it may not have been easy for you to do that for some reason. Like, just something about this told you, like, yes, go this way, but it may not have been, it wasn't easy for some reason. And again, like, I don't know what exactly this is. It may have, like, changed something within your personal life, or it will, and you know that. But I'm seeing you get to a spot where you're like, I gotta do this for me. Because otherwise you may, I'm seeing you like have this desire to empower yourself and that sort of be what's motivating you. And I'm also seeing you like you want to connect with what makes you happy, and it seems like this thing will, but for some reason, I'm hearing the word odd. For some reason, there's something that's like difficult about this for you. So you may have to even be like potentially maybe brave with something here. I want to come back to this as well. It feels like it's about honoring your nature in some way. This is how I'm seeing strength in the Ten of Cups. Because with strength, it's about you working with yourself, and it's about the way that you show up for yourself and the way that you care for yourself and how you love yourself and how you're connected with yourself and how you honor yourself. And Ten of Cups is like what genuinely brings you happiness at the end of the day. And strength can be actually honoring that within you and being honest with yourself about what that is. And whatever this like truth is, it seems for you, that you, I feel, have known all along, but maybe hadn't always been acting in alignment with. It looks like this may bring you to a discussion point with somebody. Something that you may want to tell them. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.